football fans, it is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Going with the ground game left. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you've got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Dampier. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Lucas. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. Can And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Gators will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Give to Davis. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Florida! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Anger. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get rhythms. And to get the rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Got his man quickly. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Knowles in a good spot here with second and short. Handoff to the fullback. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college. Didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werkle, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's McCoy. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Anger. Going for 6. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Lets it fly. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. They're trailing by just 4 to Baylor. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Moving away from pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to...
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They'll ride Davis here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And it's so hard to play QB. You got all these bullets flying at you, people coming at you, and you got to know where they're running a route. Oh, and I got to get my feet perfectly set and try to make throws. So I think you can't be great at quarterback unless you get the first part secure first, and that's your feet. Get those feet nice and quiet before you throw the football.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Pulls it in. It's Webster. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Lets it fly. He's got it on the right. Off to the races. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gators.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lucas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll send the tight end in motion. Scanning the field, it's Anger. Makes the grab.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas in the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage right now. They got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
The give to Davis. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Now adjusting. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly.
Finds a spot down the gun of the knee. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Florida! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw. It's Anger. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Anger. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Webster. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Seminoles will have it first and 10. The give on the inside. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Dropping back, it's Anger. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Those third downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up first and goal.
With the run on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up by 17 over Auburn. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Now, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Quarterback will keep it. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On his way from around the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here.
Oh, it'd be a great opportunity to make a statement and get back in this thing. I mean, it hasn't gone your way early, but I feel like you're creating some momentum here. And a score, Jesse, a score makes this a fun ball game.
It would be huge, but it's on the offense. They have to look at each other right now in this huddle on the field and go, look, guys, it's on us to march this ball down the field, score some points, and bring some energy now to our sideline.
They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the grab. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
The Seminoles have it with a first and goal. Wants to throw again. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to slam it. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1 yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming down. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Great job being physical in the middle of the defense. Goal line situation, third down, nowhere for the runner to go in the middle of the field, so he tries to use his speed to bounce it, but this ain't high school. This defense has the ability to pursue and chase and get him down.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big
play. The give to the back. Look out, he's got room. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
But we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that.
Turning it on. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Got a man. It's Wilson. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gators! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the Gators have chomped down, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the...
Into the secondary up. Touchdown, Seminoles. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Tony.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big-time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Makes the catch, it's Wilson. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Here's the handoff. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. On the option. He breaks a tackle. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.